week. I mean, this is like the first Friday in July. Yeah. So, still happy new month again, and congratulations to all the build up winners. I see some of you guys here. Congratulations, Sunday. Congratulations, Manuela. A couple of you guys. Congratulations on winning, being a recipient of Build Up 3.0. But that aside, today we are discussing,
Cherry
how to get started with product management. So if you're someone who's interested in getting started with your product management career, we have one of our lead product managers in the house today, Temitope, and she'll be giving us insight on how to get started, what you need to do, what you need to, everything that you need to do. So without further ado, with your clapping emojis, can I see some emojis for her? I would like to make welcome Temitope,
Morning.
and she comes on stage to like take us through this session. She'll come on stage and she'll introduce herself to us. Then she'll go ahead and like give us the details of today's session. Hi Temitope, can you hear me? We're so excited to have you here. Hi Temi, are you still here with us?
Hi, Precious. Yes, I am here. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, you can start. Thank you.
All right. Um, Hi, everyone. Once again, my name is Temitope. I am one of the product managers here at Enyata. So I will just go ahead to share my screen, and I'll be walking everyone through not just how to get started in product management, but understanding the basics of product management. So just give me a minute. Okay. Let me know when my screen is visible. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. We can see your screen. Nice picture.
Uh, you're welcome. I've decided now when people compliment me, I say you're welcome. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Temitope and I am a product manager, not just a product manager, a product development consultant and a product specialist. 3 in 1. So the first thing we'll be talking about is what is product management. Product management is a discipline that oversees all the aspects of a product life cycle. So that is from the ideation phase down to launch, post-launch, ongoing management, and in some cases, product deletion. Product deletion is when you're taking out a product from the market for whatever reason. A product manager also handles that. Product management basically sits at the intersection of the user experience, which is the customer, the technology, and the business. So as a product manager, you are responsible for understanding the customer's needs. You are
Young start
responsible for
is
defining the
about this thing.
product requirements,
Let me hear them
guiding the
Tope's voice.
development and marketing efforts also to ensure a successful product in the market. So we're looking at the essential skills of a product manager. As a product manager, you need to have soft skills and also hard skills. So we'll start with the soft skills. As a product manager, you need to have good communication skills, good collaboration skills. You need to be very good at time management. You need to be very good at problem solving. You need to be an analytical thinker. You need to be a good negotiator. You need to be a good leader, and you need to be very adaptable to any situations, because trust me, you would have situations where you need to adapt really fast. And then we have the hard skills. So these are some of the hard skills you need to have as a product manager. You need to have technical skills. You need to have analytical skills. You need to be able to prioritize. You need to have business
Care for you.
competence. You need to be a strategic thinker. You need to have research skills. And you need to have product
What
management
are the brought to
knowledge.
you?
Product management knowledge, however, is a non-stop process. It's a continuous learning process, so you need to always update yourself. Now we're going to take a look at some of the product management tools you will be making use of. For project management, the most popular tools are Jira, Trello, Asana, and ClickUp. For documentation, most product managers use Confluence, Google Docs, Notion, and also ClickUp. For user research, you would look at using Google Forms, Typeform. You can also use, there's a product called User Voice that actually helps out with user research also. For creating your process flows, your user journeys, you would be making use of, or you can be making use of Lucid Chat, Miro, and Creately. For wireframing, you can make use of FigJam and Balsamic. Those are tools for wireframing. For analysis and tracking, the most popular tools are Google Analytics and Mixpanel. For communication, you can use Slack, Google Chat, Teams, WhatsApp, emails, and also phone call. But the most interesting thing to note, however, is currently you can use ClickUp for virtually every product management task. So ClickUp is, for now, the holy grail for product management tools. So we have certain stages involved in product management. The first stage is finding the problem. So this is the ideation phase. There is a problem. Then you have to question the problem. Why is this a problem? And how can this be solved? That's when you think of the solutions. And then you find a way to test all possible solutions. You thought of, okay, so for example, I want to be able to log in or sign up to an application. Let's take that part as an example. I want to sign up to an application. If you notice, there are some applications that will just ask you for your email address, your password, and sign you up. Some would ask you for a lot of information before signing you up. So those are two possible solutions to solving one problem. You test out the solutions and then you define a solution. And that is where you decide, okay, I want to go with collecting just the basic information, which is the email address, first name, last name, and password. And when you sign up and you are logged in successfully, I would ask you for more information. That is how you define a solution. Then you also, the next stage would be prioritizing product features and initiative. So you could have multiple features you want to build. For example, you want to build a digital bank and you have multiple features. You need to prioritize which would come first, which would come second, which, and there are various prioritization models. Some of the popular ones, we have the RISE, we have should have, must have, could have, won't have, nice to haves. You can use that to prioritize, and then you decide to build your MVP. That is your minimum viable product. Some people like to build MVPs, some people like to build MLPs, which is a minimum lovable product. I say MLP because sometimes your MVP will not be loved by customers. So you need to decide on that. But the most popular one is the MVP. So building your MVP comes from or comes after prioritizing. So you've decided that you're building a digital bank and the features you are going with, sign up, login, and bank transfers. And you decide you want them to do pay with QR code, creating a payment link. You have all the ideas in your head already. So you need to prioritize and decide which and which you would start with. That is how you get your MVP. After you've built your MVP, then you release your MVP into the market. So as product managers, we get confused with project managers a lot of times. And I'm sure a lot of people have also had that confusion. So you can differentiate between a product manager and a project manager with these 6 points. For focus, The product manager is focused on the overall strategy, vision, and success of the product throughout the life cycle. So that is from the start to finish. The product manager is responsible for guiding the product roadmap, defining product requirements, and making sure that the product delivers value to customers and achieves the business goal. While a project manager is focused on planning, executing, and completing specific projects. So once it is completed, that is the end. The project manager is also responsible for managing resources, the timeline, the budget. So that is where the project manager is for easier understanding. A product manager answers the question why, when, and how. A project manager just answers the question when and how. Then for the time horizon, the product managers have a long-term perspective. You're responsible for managing the product from ideation down to launch to post-launch. The product manager has more of a holistic view. So you're considering strategic goals, market trends over time, and making sure the product evolves to the customer's needs over time. While the project manager has more of a short to medium term perspective. So the project manager is just focused on managing a project within a defined timeline and a budget. Once the project is completed, the project manager's responsibilities have typically come to an end. In terms of ownership, a product manager has the ownership of a product and is accountable for the success or failure of the product. The product manager has to define the strategy, prioritize features, has more to do with collaborating with the cross-functional teams, which could be the design, the engineers, sales, marketing, customer success, as the case may be. While a project manager is responsible for making sure that the project is completed on time within the budget and making sure that the resources are adequately used and all deliverables are delivered on time. For the scope, like I said earlier, a product manager has a broader scope concerning a product. You're considering a lot of things at the same time. You're considering the market dynamics, the business objective, and you're also considering customer feedback. While a project manager has a narrower scope, they are focused on just individual products. So the project manager is focused on the schedules, the tasks, the resources. The project manager has more focus on the deliverables. In terms of stakeholder management, a product manager works closely with various stakeholders. You're working with the customers, the engineers, the designers, sales and marketing team, CX team. And the product manager also has to collaborate and align all the stakeholders to make sure that that product is successful. A project manager, on the other hand, works more with stakeholders involved in the project, so the team members, um, sponsors if there's a need. And you're also, the project manager would also coordinate the project activities. That is the daily activities of the engineers, the sprints, managing the expectations, and also communicating the progress of the project with the stakeholders. For the skill set requirements, a product manager has to have a combination of a lot of skills. A product manager has to have business acumen, market research, customer understanding, product strategy, and the product development skills. Product managers also need to balance technical, market, and user considerations. So you need to balance all of that to drive the product's success. A project manager, on the other hand, requires more of project management skills, which are planning, budgeting, risk management, and risk analysis, and also team coordination. The project manager is more focused on executing the project efficiently and effectively and making sure it meets the project's goals and objectives. While there are a lot of differences between product management and project management, there are also similarities. One, goal oriented. Both roles are working towards achieving a specific goal and objective. So while a product manager is focused on the success and the growth of the products, the project manager is more focused on delivering the specific projects within the defined parameter, that is on time and on budget. In terms of planning and organization, both roles require you to have strong planning and organizational skills. Both roles are creating plans, they are setting timelines, allocating resources, and managing budgets, just in different ways. For stakeholder management, both roles are involved in managing and collaborating with various stakeholders and working with cross-functional teams. Both roles require you to have leadership skills to guide and motivate your team. Both roles require you to provide direction, your setting priorities, and coordinating the efforts of your team to achieve the desired outcome. Both roles are involved in identifying and managing risk. So both PMs, in this case, need to assess the potential risks, develop mitigation strategies, and also monitor the risks throughout the product lifecycle or the project execution. In terms of decision making, both roles need to be able to make informed decision based on the available information and analysis at that time, meaning the both roles need to consider various factors to make decisions that align with the overall goals and objectives. Both roles require you to have effective communication skills because you need to communicate clearly and effectively with every stakeholder, team members, and in the product manager's cases, customers,
Ecco.
to ensure that everyone is aligned and the product or the project is executed successfully.
Sì.
Both roles require you to be adaptable to changing circumstances. You need to be flexible and you need to be able to adjust your plans as a product or project manager to evolving market conditions, customer needs, and internal dynamics. Now, we're going to talk about the types of product managers. We have various types of product managers. I'm just going to talk about a few. One, we have technical product managers. These type of product managers have strong technical background. They are majorly the product managers that make a switch from a coding role. So an engineer that switches to product management would be referred to as a technical product manager because they have a better understanding of the technical side. They work more closely with the engineering teams. So, and then we have a product marketing manager.
E tu
These
my worship.
PPMs are focused on the marketing aspects of a product. So they are involved in developing the product positioning, the product message, the go-to-market strategies for the products. They collaborate with more teams with the sales and marketing teams, sorry, to drive the product adoption, to create marketing campaigns, and to communicate the value proposition of the product to customers. Then we have growth product managers. Growth product managers are more specialized in driving user acquisition, engagement, and retention of a product. So they're analyzing the user data and conducting experiments to optimize the overall experience of the product. So, and the end goal for them is to achieve growth objectives. You often find growth product managers working on strategies to improve user onboarding, user engagement, and also conversion rates. Then we have UX or product design managers, not to be confused with product designers. These UX PMs are typically involved in leading the design and user experience aspects of a product. They work more closely with UI UX designers and researchers to ensure that the user's voice is heard and understood in the product development process. In the product development process, You can call them the voice of the customer. They define design standards, they conduct user research, and they ensure seamless and intuitive user experience all around. Then we have data or product analytics managers. These type of product managers are focused on leveraging data to drive product decisions. They analyze user behavior, performance metrics, and market trends to provide insight to product strategy. So these are the kind of product managers you see collaborating more with data scientists to to create to make decisions based on data, and they also make product roadmap prioritization based off of data. And then we have agile product owners. This type of product managers work in organizations that follow agile methodologies. They are the link or the bridge between the stakeholders and the development team. You see agile product owners working more with the engineering team. In some cases, they serve as the scrum masters, managing the sprints and daily activities of the engineers or the development team. They are more involved in creating and prioritizing the product backlog. They define user stories. So they work more in creating the feature requirement documents, and they work closely with the development team to deliver products in iterative sprints. Another type of product manager we have are the e-commerce product managers. They specialize in managing products, within the e-commerce space, that is the online retail space. They are focused on optimizing online shopping experience, managing product catalog, driving conversion rates and sales within the e-commerce environment. And we have mobile product managers.
Yeah.
Mobile product managers completely specialize in managing products specifically for the mobile platform. So your mobile applications or mobile first services, they typically have better understanding of the characteristics and user behaviors associated with mobile usage, and they create strategies to deliver exceptional mobile experiences. Something else I would like to talk about is how you can how you can make this switch to becoming a product manager. So there are various ways you can switch to become a product manager. You can either make a switch by volunteering to gather the experience you require. So you volunteer. These are majorly for unpaid internships. You're gathering the experience to help you build your portfolio that would help you pitch for paid jobs. You can transfer internally within your organization if it is a tech inclined organization. You do that by learning the ropes, and you shadow the existing PM within that organization, and watch out for openings for an associate product manager role to be able to switch internally. Also, you can join an early stage startup and build your skills. Joining an early stage startup would enable you to learn a lot within a short time frame, because a startup is fast paced, so you have to be able to think fast. You are learning on the job for that.
You
Ways to
made
get
it.
a PM
First,
role: you need to optimize your
first,
resume,
let me
make
tap.
sure it highlights your achievements. You need to do some research on the industry standard and make sure you're presenting yourself in the best possible way. Another thing you need to do
First,
is intentional learning. So nothing good comes easy. The best way to be better is to actually put in the work. It is important to consider yourself as a lifelong learner, and the sooner everyone understands and realizes that learning never stops, the better. So you need, like I said earlier, the product management space it involves continuous learning, and then you need to also get better or be more involved in networking and strategic positioning. So that would include joining product management, joining communities, and having better interactions with people in the tech space generally. That would help you know who to pitch to, how to pitch to them. And according to HubSpot, actually, I think 85 to 90% of jobs are filled through networking. So most times you don't see people putting out ads for roles. They just look within their network um and find someone they know that can fill that role, and that's about it. Also, having the right mentor can accelerate your career growth. You have someone you can always go to ask questions. They give you insights into the industry and they help you navigate the unfamiliar territory. And in some cases, they could help you also get your first role. Uh, so we have a certain roadmap or product management career path. So you typically will start as an associate product manager or a junior product manager and you become a product manager and then a senior product manager and then a product leader and then a VP of product or a chief product officer.
Me too.
And in some cases, you have more. But the thing to note is every organization has different terminologies for who or what they describe as a product manager. So, thank you everyone for listening and
That's
for
finished. 30 minutes.
participating in the session today.
Where will you go now?
Do we have questions?
Questions. Thank you, Timmy. Interesting one. Please, you have questions. Do well to like ask her right away. She's very busy. Please unmute yourself or just drop. I see one question, but I think she has already like answered in the slide. Academy MVP. Please do well to ask your question. Or did you understand everything she said?
Yeah, I can actually speak to that again.
Oh,
The product. Okay, so how would you generally differentiate between a product and a project? Well, the general differentiation would be a product has a product is typically what would you say never ending. So, for
And
example,
that.
let me use a typical
Oh, well,
example.
listen.
For example, look at OPE as a product. The process of building all of OPE itself took multiple projects. So you can look at it as a project is a part of a product. If you want to build the transfer feature of OPE, for example, that is a project. The project is building out the transfer feature of the product, OPE. The time it will take to build that out has a start and end date. It took, let's say it took about a month to build out that. The timeline, that was a project because the timeline was a month. So a project has a set timeline. A product most times does not have a timeline. In some cases or in most cases, yes, as a product manager, you would approach a project as a subset of a product. It's Does that
and
answer your
she,
question?
yeah. So he said, so you're saying a project is a subset of a product.
Yeah.
I have a
All
question.
right. Interesting. Do we have more questions? More questions, more ideation, something you want to contribute to, just let us know before we call it a day.
Project is a subset of product.
Okay, so if we do not have any further questions, I think that means Temitope has done a good job on explaining what product management is, how to get started, types of product managers out there. So thank you all for joining. Thank you so much, Timmy, for like coming on board. and giving us so much tips and insights. It's Friday, and you guys should like take time to like chill and just have a very beautiful Friday. Enjoy your weekend too. Sleep well, rest well. Also, you, Timmy, I know you've been on calls and meetings. Even when I called you, so yeah, just try as much as possible to rest.
Right.
Thank you all for joining, and see you guys this time next week on another Enyata series. Just to be clear, I might not be the one hosting next week. It might be my colleague, so do have full participation and do well to like turn up. It's actually a quality assurance workshop, so it promises to be interesting. Yeah. So if you're interested in quality assurance, or you know somebody that wants to go into software testing, yeah, all of those kind of things, do it to like show up, do it to like tag them and let them join you. Thank you all and have a great weekend. Bye everyone. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.